A woman named Aiko actually sent in a homemade postcard from a picture that she had taken at a macaque park in northern Japan. And this is a Japanese macaque, also known as a snow monkey. Yudanaka is north of Tokyo in Nagano Prefecture, and it's actually relatively easy to get there. You take the bullet train, the Shinkansen, and it's about a 90-minute ride from Tokyo to Nagano at speeds of 160 miles an hour. With a Japan Rail Pass, the bullet train to Nagano is completely included. It's actually an incredible bargain for traveling in Japan. And then from Nagano, you actually get on a special train known as the Snow Monkey Express, which takes you directly to Yudanaka, which is the last stop. The area around Yudanaka is mountainous with gorgeous scenery and several active hot springs. Also, there are a number of fruit orchards there. It's said that the best apples in all of Japan come from this region. Once getting off the Snow Monkey Express, you'll want to definitely ask someone about the bus schedule. I was very lucky that a local student wanting to practice their English was right there at the train, waiting for people to come off so he could tell them exactly how to get to the monkey park. You take the bus to a special stop which begins the hike, which will actually take you to the monkey park. There are a lot of signs indicating exactly where to go, and so it's very difficult to get lost. Along the way, you'll also find interesting pictorials about the different animals and plants that are in the region and along the hike. I did see several Japanese squirrels which appeared to have gnawed at their own sign. Don't worry too much about the snakes. The park is accessible only on foot and is open 365 days a year. So if you do choose to go see the macaques in winter when they're in their hot spring, make sure to bring your snowshoes. As I walked up to the ticket booth, I was greeted by a foreboding sign. Luckily, it didn't take very long for the macaques to show up. I definitely wasn't the only one excited to see the monkeys. The Snow Monkeys actually got their name from an individual in 1963. Her name was Mukabili. And she came down out of the mountains and was the very first one of the macaques in this troupe to step into the hot spring and realize that she could stay warm by staying there. She then taught that ability to the rest of her troupe, and this troupe became known for going down into the hot spring. They're the primate that lives farther north than any other primate in the world except us. They're incredibly intelligent. They learn to clean their food. They teach each other skills. They even do things like rolling snowballs, play fighting, and they care for each other. Grooming is such an important part of their day. Japanese macaques live on 3 of the 4 major islands of Japan, but it's this one troupe that has become accustomed coming down and actually going into the hot spring, especially in the winter. On videos, it may look like the hot tub is actually a natural phenomenon. The hot bubbling hot spring water actually is natural, but the tub itself is man-made. It's a construction that was put in for them after the first monkeys started to dip into the hot springs so that they would actually have a pool to be able to sit in. Now, you do not get to go swimming with the monkeys. That's a myth. So you cannot climb in the sauna with the monkeys. That's just for them. The macaques are very docile and are essentially going about their own business. You will occasionally see them rough each other up and do play fighting and sort of what seems like attacking each other, but they pretty much ignore the people that are there. One thing that I don't recommend you do is ever look them directly in the eye, especially the male. You definitely don't want to be provoking the big, dominant males of the group. If you're concerned about the macaques grabbing your things, the park does provide you with lockers. Pictorials above the gift shop inform visitors of common macaque behavior, which should not frighten or alarm anyone. You can get incredibly close to the macaques. Now, you're tempted at some point to want to sort of reach out and touch them. They look so cuddly and so inviting, but you absolutely can't do that. You have to be able to keep a healthy distance, although because they have been acclimated to humans, they will let you get very close.
They're incredibly peaceful. You can get really, really close to them. In fact, if you don't get close to them, they get close to you, they'll walk right by you. They actually completely ignore you. They're way more interested in the food and in grooming each other and in their own social gatherings than anything that we're up to. Really care less.
Japanese macaques are absolutely incredible animals. And when you go right up to them and you're able to observe them up close and really personal, you see a little bit of yourself in them. If you notice really close, their faces are all unique, just like us. They have these amazingly expressive eyes, and you can almost read their emotions when you look at their faces. In an interesting way, observing and learning about these animals is a way to learn about ourselves.